everyone. So one of the #1 questions that I get asked since having Aria, apart from how does she sleep, is how are you finding being a mum of 2? So I thought I would do a little video on it. Basically, I haven't planned anything, I'm just going to kind of ramble about how it's been. I think adjusting from 1 to 2 personally for us has been harder than adjusting from no kids to 1 baby, but I think that is down to Sienna being a really content, happy little baby. We had no problems. I remember everyone saying how hard it was and how you don't sleep and this and that, and me and Warren never found that with Sienna. She slept really well, she settled herself, you could put her down and she'd just be happy. So we adjusted first time round really well. This time it's been easy in a way because you know what to expect, but juggling 2 is definitely hard, especially with the second one being a little bit more, I don't want to say needy, but you know, Aria is different to Sienna. And again, I'm breastfeeding this time and I didn't the first time, so that's a difference as well, which I think has kind of made it harder because Warren can't help as much when I probably need the help the most because I've got 2 to look after. And because of that, I think it basically, like with a lot of couples, the mum kind of sorts out the baby because she's breastfeeding and she can do all of that, and then the dad will look after the older one because he can, you know, do everything for Sienna. She is not being breastfed, so in the mornings he kind of deals with her, and the evenings actually. In the mornings and evenings he sort of deals with her and I deal with Aria. But I think that's just how it works when you have 2 kids because that is easier for everybody. So I kind of have a lot of mummy guilt. Mummy guilt is just up to here. I mean, when you have a second child you just feel guilty about everything. I feel like I haven't spent enough time with Sienna. I have cried because I haven't put her to bed. Warren's put her to bed because I had attempted to, but Aria needed me halfway through. Just little things like that that change just make me feel really bad. We tried not to change Sienna's routine too much and tried to fit Aria in, which I think we've done quite a good transition because Sienna hasn't reacted badly to having a new baby in the house. She has been so good. So we can't have done too badly, but you know, mummy guilt still gets you. Yeah, it was definitely hard the first few weeks because you're not getting much sleep, and for me personally, because I breastfed this time, the breastfeeding was all new and I was trying to get to grips with that, and the mummy guilt gets on top of you and the emotions. I've never doubted having another baby. I've never thought, oh god, why did we have another one? Because I think the positives really outweigh the negatives, and obviously it's only for a short time. That's what you just keep reminding yourself, you know, like this too shall pass and it's not forever, and when they're older and, you know, playing together nicely, you know, you're not going to remember the horrible times, you only remember the good times. So of course it's all worth it, and I never once have I thought that. But I have thought, oh my god, it's hard, and I don't know what I would do if Sienna wasn't as old as she is and as independent as she is. Because originally, obviously, when we first started trying for a second baby, Sienna was only a year old, which is crazy, and if I had fallen pregnant straight away and the pregnancy had gone well, I don't know how I would have coped with that small age gap, but you know, I know that you just cope with what you're given with. I'm sure I would have coped, but I'm sure it would be even harder, which I can't imagine. So I mentioned on my Facebook, I think it was as well, that at the beginning the hardest part I found was the evening routine, because everyone's a bit grumpy, everyone's tired, you know, Sienna's ready for bed, we just want to get her in bed, but you have to do the whole bedtime routine and cleaning her teeth, and it's at that time that Aria wants feeding, and Aria always wants feeding when I'm trying to cook, and if we wait for Warren to cook when he gets home, then it's a bit too late, and it's all a bit hectic and stressful. It has gotten a little better now Aria is older, and I've got used to wearing the wrap as well, the Amma wrap that I've got. We absolutely love that. That has been a lifesaver having 2, because I can still have two hands free when we go for walks and that. I can still hold Sienna's hand, I can still take her to the park and put her on the swing or down the slide, even though I'm wearing Aria. So that has been such a lifesaver, and I would highly recommend it. I never did baby wearing with Sienna, and I don't know how I didn't do it. But as hard as it's been, of course, the positives, like I said, definitely outweigh the negatives, and just knowing that you've grown or growing and raising like a tiny little human, and it kind of puts it into perspective as well, like seeing Aria and knowing that Sienna was once like this, and looking at Sienna now and thinking we have raised her that way, like it makes you really proud. And of course seeing the bond between them. At first it was hard because Sienna absolutely loved her baby sister from the word go. Almost like, oh, I don't want to say, what's the matter? I don't want it. Sienna has absolutely loved Aria from the word go. I think she really understood it when I was pregnant, because she was 3, she used to ask me questions, and you know, she really sort of got it. She knew that the baby was here to stay. We haven't had any jealousy or anything like that. So she's bonded with her straight away, and it's always hard when they're first newborn because they're so delicate and they don't really do anything. Sienna wanted interaction but couldn't get it. She wanted to play with her, but you know, I was constantly telling her to be careful and to not climb on her and not squeeze her like that. So that was kind of hard, but now she's only 2 months, but she is definitely interacting more. Whenever she hears Sienna's voice, she has the biggest smile on her face. It is so cute. She definitely knows her big sister. She loves looking at her. She loves Sienna reading her stories or singing her songs. And you know, she gives that reaction of being excited. She kicks her legs and she smiles, and Sienna loves that. So their bond is definitely getting stronger, and they're able to interact even more, which I just love to see. It's just, you can't describe that feeling of, you know, seeing another one of your babies interact with your other baby. Because a lot of people have said like, oh, I really want another one, but I'm scared I won't love another one as much as I do the first. And you just do, like, you just can't describe it, but that love is just there again, and it's just as strong, and it's just amazing. So yeah, to think that I now have 2 daughters is just crazy. And you know, obviously I am loving every minute of it, and I'm trying to savour every bit of it because I know it won't be long, and this one will be 3 like Sienna. Do you want to see? Hi. So yeah, having the second has definitely been hard, but 100% worth it. And you know, you do adjust quite well, I think, and it's just amazing being a family of 4 and having 2 little ones. I can't wait until they're older and can really like play together, and I don't have to worry about Aria being so small and delicate, and they can sort of, you know, play together nicely. Although I'm sure they'll argue at some point as well, being sisters. Yeah, from personal experience, having the second has been a lot harder, only because of the personalities of them, I think, or kind of, you know, yeah, the differences between them, and also because going from none to one wasn't really a change because Sienna was so good. But going from 1 to 2 has definitely been harder, and you have to juggle so much, you have to fit in so much and juggle, and I'm constantly worrying that I'm being unfair if I, even to the point of like putting pictures on Instagram, if I put one of Aria up, then I have to make sure I put one of Sienna up soon, and it's just like, mummy guilt is just crazy. I know they don't even care, but that's just how my brain works. So yeah, overall it's been hard, but totally worth it for this scrummy little cherub. Yes. Yes, are you tired now? So yeah, absolutely loving it and excited for the journey ahead and all the really special memories we are going to make as a family of 4 and being a mum of 2. So yeah, this is probably just a ramble, wasn't really, more for my benefit really, just so I could talk, but I thought you might be interested in hearing because people have been asking me. So yeah, let me know what your experience was of having 2. Was your first easier than your second or vice versa? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching guys, bye!